Shalom. I want to begin first and foremost giving all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jehovah and Jesus. The real name of the Father is Yahweh, which means He exists. The real name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, which means He will deliver because He will deliver His people. I want to give all praises in the ancient Hebrew tongue while facing the east towards Jerusalem. Call halal, la, Yahweh, Bahasam Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwatash. Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, the water, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakwatash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Greatmillstone, Salawam to the 144,000, Salawam to the elect, the nation of Israel, for the descendants of the slaves identified as the so-called African Americans, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans. My name is Baka'Allah, and today I want to talk about reparations, or these so-called reparations, which is bull, all right? It's nothing but bull. All right, Psalms 118, verse 8. It is better to trust in the Yahweh than to put confidence in man. All right, hey, if you trust in somebody to come through for you, man, in this world, business wise, even something as minor as like, you know, upholding an appointment, y'all supposed to meet at a certain time. All right, this person can't even get there on time, man. All right. They got something called Black People Time, where black people just be late. All right, you can't really depend on people, man. So you can't really depend on man. You can only depend on your how bashim outside, man. European Commission plans reparations loan to Ukraine using frozen Russian assets. All right, the European Commission will move ahead with controversial plans to fund Ukraine with a loan based on Russia's frozen assets, but in a concession to concerns raised by Belgium, which hosts most of the assets. The EU executive has also proposed another option, an EU loan based on common borrowing. All right, so they're talking about, reparations, which reparations is like a concept where you pay back something for a wrong that they suffered, all right? But don't forget that and that's like a huge concept in America among so-called black people, right? We want reparations from the U.S. government for our ancestors' slavery, which is really us, all right? 'Cause we are our ancestors, and and these people are not gonna they're not gonna give any money to Jake, man, because they did. Jake could just give it right back to Esau. Jake could just spend it all, man. All right. And don't forget the reverse transatlantic slave trade. There were there were slaves taken from the Caribbeans, the Americas to Europe, right, and the West Africa also to Europe. Right, what about those people, man? Where are their reparations? Lamentations 3 verse 24. The Lord is my portion, saith my soul. Therefore will I hope in him. Hey, our only hope is in Yahweh Shai, man. You can't depend on nobody out here for anything, man. All right, we cannot depend on no government to bail us out. Nothing, man. Nothing. All right, we could the only thing you could depend on is for them to keep us down. All right, that's the only thing you could depend on the devil to do. All right, devil to keep you down. You could depend on that. All right, but there's still hope. All right, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey and none delivereth, for a spoil and none saith restore. All right, so is it a surprise that the majority of, of people in prison in the United States are so-called black and so-called Hispanics people? All right, that's the southern and northern kingdom of Israel. All right, and who's helping us, man? Who's delivering us from this hell, man? All right, the government ain't gonna help us. All right, we can't depend on this devil for nothing, man. All right, this devil is just gonna keep his foot on our neck if he stays in power. All right, Jeremiah 17 verse 7. All right, this is our hope right here, man. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh and whose hope Yahweh is. All right, that's Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is the only hope we have, man. All right, man. Without Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you're lost. All right, you're gonna be living in anxiety, worried all the time, right? Scared over your future. What's gonna happen? All right, if you truly trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, then you're part of the elect, man. All right, if you truly trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you are blessed. You're blessed because we can't depend on this devil, man. We can't depend on this devil for nothing, man. And that's how the entire world lives. All right, the entire world lives off the devil's handouts. But me, all right, hey, I'm gonna depend on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, to get us out of here and put an end to this unjust, corrupt, and evil world. I'm going to leave it there. I hope the video is edifying. Shalom.